Yeah, brother. Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Mr. Beast and Chris, Mike Tyson, and Evander Holyfield's ear. I'm happy that you guys are here for the ear. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. It is 3:36, so for once we are on time. Twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Who do we have in the chat? Infamy, Bitcoin is Freedom, iBook Boy, Lyric Biatch, Dick Splash, Keith Skates, North Shooter, Meatball Head, Love My Toe, Grog, and Low Key, Scooby. I appreciate you guys for being here. I have some badass allergies today, so I might end up having to take a few breaks. My eyes are fucked. My nose is running. Sneezing, coughing, fatigue, broken leg, broken neck, erectile dysfunction, the whole 9 yards. I need a Benadryl. God damn it. I went outside today to do some workouts. I don't know how buff I look, but it's my 6th workout. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm happy that I've been able to keep it going for 2 weeks. But I am embarrassingly weak. I thought, see, every time that I quit working out for a while and I come back, it's not that big of a drop off, right? I can still do almost what I was doing before. But this time, I think it's an age thing. I'm just really, really weak. And it's not that I'm not motivated. And it's not that I don't have energy. It's that I'm actually, my muscles just aren't like strong. I'm like a little baby. I think they say that in Avatar. You're like a little baby. I am. I'm the little baby. But you know what? We got 8 more weeks. So hopefully after those 8 weeks, I can be big and strong. I can be a big, strong man. That's the plan, at least. So that's what's been going on. It's really humbling to be so weak. Because, I don't know, it makes me, like, more excited for the future. I'm like, oh boy, like, can't wait until I can do, I don't know, something a small boy would be able to do, like lift a little bit of weight. I've just fallen really far from where I was. And, that's not to say, like, I was ever super fucking strong. It's the opposite. I would love to brag and be like, yeah, before I was just a monster, and now I'm just average. Like, I feel like now I'm below average, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all about consistency. Mario movie's coming out this week. I'm very excited, and our trivia question is related to the Mario movie. Would you like to win a free sticker pack sent directly to you if you live in America? All you have to do is answer this trivia question correctly. I tried to find some trivia for Mario World, and it was all dumb. It was like, what game had the first spin jump? And I'm like, okay, like, if it's Mario-related trivia, then you're already going to know. So the question here is, when you start a brand new game of Mario World, what is the first spot that they place Mario on the overworld? Right? If you go left, you're going to go to the Switch Palace. If you go right, you're going to try and beat the game in only 12 exits. But right in the middle, it's a house. Whose house is it? I don't know. What house do you spawn at in your very first Mario World game? Well, you guys think about the answer to that in order to win a sticker pack. I will talk to you guys a little bit about the Mario movie. What I've heard on Twitter is that if you're a Mario fan, then the Mario movie is excellent. And I am a Mario fan, so I'm hoping that it's going to be excellent. If you're just a casual movie fan, or maybe you just like animated movies, then I've heard the movie kind of falls short. You know, I think a lot of people are giving it like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. But I'm going there for the references. I want to see all the references. I want to hear the music, the references. I want to see Yoshi. I want to see the spin jumps. I want to see the ground pounds, the long jumps. I want to see the cape, the fire flower. I want to see some 64 references, invisible cap, go metal. I want to see him throw his hat and turn into a rocket ship. I want to see all that shit. I want to see Peach float, right? In the trailer, Peach jumped and floated like an umbrella. That was a shout out from Mario 2, the Doki Doki game. Floating. I want to see all of it. I want to see the weird characters from Mario 2. I want to see all the different Koopas and all the different Bowsers, all the bad guys. I want to see fire, those little fiery circly things that go around. I want to see this motherfucker jump into a cloud. I'm excited to see everything. And speaking of Mario 3D, I looked at the tickets. I can watch this movie for 14 or 15 bucks, right? That's how much movies cost these days. I know it's terrible. But if I pay an extra $5, I can watch it in 3D. So I went on my Discord, and I'm like, what does 3D mean? Because the days of my 3D means you have to wear these paper glasses, one eyeball's red, one eyeball's blue, and then it makes things 3D, but I never really experienced it. It was mostly like looking at a paper, and the paper looks like it's coming at you. And I thought to myself, well, maybe they have like something, I don't know, like a super thick glass that shoots the movie at you or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Turns out you have to get glasses, 3D glasses, to go over my already glasses. And the consensus was that if you already have glasses, then wearing a second pair of glasses to watch a 3D movie is not worth it. So I'm going to end up saving myself the $5. I was looking to get a ticket maybe on like, I don't know, it came out on Wednesday, I think. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I was like, okay, let me just look at these the day before. All the good seats were already taken because you can now reserve seats. So I'm going to wait. Last thing I need is some fucking little kid screaming who doesn't even know about Mario. He played Odyssey and was like, well, I want to watch Mario. Now, fuck you, you little bitch. This movie's for me. This movie's for my generation. Just because it's animated doesn't mean it doesn't belong there. Just because John Leguizamo's not in it, it still means it's for me. So I'm going to wait until, I think, Monday. And I'm going to go to a special movie theater that has like reclining seats, like extra big seats. I might even really splurge and buy a drink. Who knows how much that's going to be. I think I can sneak in like some vodka in my pocket. I feel like I've been to the movie theater with a gun in my pocket enough times that I'm sure that I can sneak in some vodka. So then, you pop the top of the Sprite, dump the little fifth in, boom, or maybe split it with a friend. And now you got a great fucking movie for a reasonable price. Movie theaters here, they all sell beer too. I don't know if every movie theater has always done that, because most of my movie going career was going to movies, I don't know, in like before I was 18. I remember I saw the movie Anaconda in a theater. Movie about a big snake. I'm not really much of someone who goes to movies, but they released a movie about Mario, something that I've spent a lot of time playing the game. Oh, motherfucker, I got the Mario on me at all times. I got Mario on my hip at all times. So I'm excited about it. I don't want to waste your guys' time gushing about Mario too long, but it's exciting. And I'm going to the movies. Something to look forward to. I always get hyped over these little things. I always tell you guys when I have too many chores to do, like, I have to take out the trash, I have to go to the post office, I have to get groceries, I have to return something to Amazon, and then I have to do laundry. I go, fuck, this is too much. But also when I have something fun planned for the future, I get extra excited. I'm like a manic, crazy person. So I get bummed out on that shit, but I'm so excited for Monday. Monday, I'm going to go see Mario. I'm just like, yes, can't wait for Monday. Oh, how many minutes left? Oh, 3 days, 24 hours, 26 minutes, and 3 seconds until you die. Really excited for Mario. Also, a new ramen place opened by my house. I'm not talking that shit that comes in the little package. Fuck that. I'm talking about some Asian man has been toiling for the last 12 hours trying to make the broth just perfect. And I'm going to try that restaurant out on Saturday. And I've been begging the universe. I manifested this. I've been begging the universe, please open a ramen place by my house. It's one of my favorite foods. And they did. Here's the catch. Not all ramen places are created equal. This one has a lot going for it, though. It says ramen house, and then it has a bunch of symbols. Some other language. Hopefully Japanese. Some other fucking symbols. That's a good sign. But there's no social media, and it's not listed. There's no menu online, so that's a bad sign. I had ramen. I think I talked about this here on the podcast a few months ago. I had ramen at a Fremont Street casino, and it was called Tomo Noodles. Supposed to be great. I looked at the menu. I bought it. My God, was I disappointed. It was complete fucking trash. It was terrible. And I knew it was going to be because there was an old white man serving it to me and no Asian people in the kitchen. I said, oh, red flag, dead giveaway. I should have known, but I tried it anyways at a price that I still don't think was fair. I should be able to go in there and spend $15 and eat a huge bowl of ramen and be full. And then if I buy a beer, maybe a Sapporo or something, then whatever, $20 for a really filling meal. And maybe an appetizer. Maybe some karaage. It's just like little fried chicken strips. They make them sweet, though. A little soy sauce on the side. Oh, boy. A little hard-boiled egg in the middle of that bitch. Really excited to try out that food. So the future's looking very bright for me, right? Mario on Monday. Ramen on Saturday. And then this past week, I've been telling you guys, I'm past due to win some money. So on last Saturday, I won $240. I walked out of the bar with $180 still. So that was a big win. And then on a Wednesday, as I was streaming, lo and behold, Keith Skates walks into my chat room. And right when he says, hi, dude, I hit $80 while I was streaming because sometimes I stream myself gambling. So that was another like, ba-zing, ba-zing, bling, zing, zing, zing. Made some money there. Beer was free. Been working out. Oh, my sleep has been great. I've been sleeping good, and I'm still able to have fun. The stream has been great. Last night we broke a printer into a million pieces with the karate chop and then a baseball smash, and then I killed a unicorn, and then I did a ground pound onto the printer. Man, it has been such a great week. No complaints at all. Which now that I said that, I feel like I shouldn't have said that because that means we're jinxing it for the future. But speaking of sleeping really well, oh yeah, and I skated great. I skated on Wednesday. I did a nollie big spin. Didn't think I was even going to come close. Landed that. We'll talk more about that later. I've been sleeping really well. And it might be because the workouts, maybe the workouts are making my body like want to sleep more rather than just sitting around like a fat turd eating soup all day. But I had a dream style happen to me last night, this morning, that hasn't happened in a really long time. Recursive dream, which is where you wake up and you're in your room, but you're still in the dream. So then you start your day, and then something happens, and then you wake up again, and it keeps repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating. And it was kind of interesting because I wake up in my bed, and one of my ex-girlfriends from a long time ago, 10 years ago, is in the bed with me. And I'm in the dream, and I go, this doesn't make sense. You don't. We're never gonna be in the bed together, okay? This would never happen. So I look at her, I'm like, this would never happen. Like, I know that I didn't just get drunk and black out and wake up next to you. I'm like, I knew this wouldn't happen. So I'm looking around. I look around my room, and I see a couple of things out of place in the dream. I'm like, wait a minute. My lamp is supposed to be there. And I don't have a book. I don't have a book. There's no book right there. And I go, ta-da, I'm in a fucking dream. I'm in a dream. And I'm like, wait a minute. Here's my dream test. I jumped and tried to touch the ceiling, broke through my roof. I'm like, I'm in dream world now. So then I'm like, once you realize you're in the dream, oh, it's over. All bets are off. I can fly around, fucking do whatever I want to do. I can just make things levitate, create things out of thin air, food. Oh, yeah. So then my ex started sucking my dick in the dream. And I wake up again, and I'm just like, I'm back in my room again, and I'm just like, wait a minute. We're still dreaming. I do the jump test. Boom, break through the roof again. I'm like, dude, we're doing this all night. We're just like limitless. I'm doing limitless all night. And then the dog wakes me up. My actual dog wakes me up. He jumps on the bed, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Is this real life? Everything is where it's supposed to be, right? Like the lamp is where it's supposed to be. I'm like, God damn it, go back to sleep. Try and go back to sleep. And I did it. I got it back. I got the dream back, dude. It's always like, please let me get that dream back. I'm right back in it, dude. Flying around, Hulk smash, and I'm the X-Man. Dude, it's great. And it's funny because they try to, the dream tries to go against me. It's like, oh, some scary monster or some terrible thing happens. Or like, oh no, I'm going to jail for murder. And I'm like, nah, dog. I know I'm dreaming. See ya. Get the fuck out of here. You know, I got family members coming up talking to me like, oh no, something terrible's happening. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it ain't. Nothing terrible's happening. I know. I'm dreaming. Nothing bad's happening. I have had a lot of dreams where I'm like, oh fuck, like something bad happened. I'm about to go to prison. And then it's just like, oh no. And then you have all this anxiety and these terrible thoughts. You know, it becomes a nightmare. But since I was able to figure out I was dreaming, oh, it was over. And it was a great night. It was a great night, man. And I slept through the whole night. Typically, the dog will jump on the bed and wake me up. But I was so, like, motivated. I was like, dude, I already let you out. I let him out the house at, like, 6 a.m. We're not doing it again, okay? You're going to have to hold your pee in. Because this fool has gotten so spoiled. He goes to the bathroom at 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., then goes again at noon. Bro, you don't have to pee that much. You're just trying to... I think he gets bored. And then he's like, let me go bother Steve. Let me pretend I have to pee. And he goes out there, and he always does pee. But he was not holding me back today. So that was great. Anyways, we were talking... oh, yeah, the printer. I broke the printer yesterday, and typically on the stream, we break a table. If we raise enough money, we end up breaking a table. Man, I'm sweating already. Summer's here, boys. We usually break a table. I thought to myself, well, I got to get a new printer anyways. And let me explain to you why. Printing used to be a nightmare. I printed a paper today because I sold a Cake Muscle skateboard, cakemuscle.com. Still a few skateboards left at a very discounted price. I had to print out a shipping label today. And here's what I did. I just pressed the print button and it came out. And I said, what? It just prints? The printer just prints the thing out? And it's over? It's done? The printing happened? What? Because let me tell you how it used to be. It used to be, you have to turn the printer on. You have to let, it thinks there's a paper jam. You have to press the green button. It tries to clear the jam. Then it says there's another jam. And then you have to rip the power cord out. Then you have to place the paper just gently right on the roller where it sucks the paper in. Barely place the paper. This is my old printer. Barely place the paper there. If it's too far, it'll jam. If it's too far in, it'll jam. If it's too far out, it won't get picked up by the roller. You have to barely just a molecule's dick has to barely be between the roller and the paper. And then I have to say, well, you didn't shut down your printer right last time. And I go, okay, continue anyways. And then it says paper jam, and then I have to continue paper jam, and then maybe it'll print. But there's also a chance that the paper will just go straight through and spit it out. Then I have to start the process all over again. So before, when I had to print 3 pages, that's a 30-minute ordeal. It's going to take 30 minutes to print 3 pages. Today, I just hit print. This motherfucker said, meow, printed it out. Easy as that. Also, my old printer used to be a bitch too. It would be like, even when it was working, I would hit print, and it would be like, boom, 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 brrr, brrr, brrr. Then it would start printing. What are you doing? Why are you making all those noises? Sounds like AOL. Sounds like I'm trying to get online in the fucking 90s. Well, what are you thinking about? All you have to do is print it. New printer, it's great. The only problem is the top is slanted. So my printer not only is a great printer, it also acts as a tripod for this camera. So it goes printer, then it goes shoebox, and then camera. But this printer is slanted, so we had to improvise a little bit. I wrapped an old TV remote. I wrapped it in a towel and I put it under the printer. So now my printer sits flat. Shoebox. Life is good. Another thing solved by the elbow grease. Another thing where things are just falling into place this week, man. The weather's been great. Everything's been super good. Skateboarding. I went skateboarding on Wednesday. I got to this spot and I was like, whoa, this is way steeper than I remember. So I do an ollie. The first ollie, my tail doesn't even pop. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be a problem. Couple ollies in, I start to get warmed up. I try back 180. I eat shit. And then I'm immediately like, dude, I can't even back 180. Back 180 literally took 20 tries to land. I didn't show that in the video, but it's kind of like a waste of time. I try to make my videos kind of to the point. You guys can watch that on youtube.com/ninja lifestyle or ninjalifestyle.com, or it's also on my Instagram. So I get the 180 and I'm like, dude, this is not going well. Try the first nollie big spin, doesn't even come close. Next nollie big spin, doesn't even come close. Most of them aren't even popping, right? They're just like kind of like whipping across the ground, barely like shaving across the ground. And then I'm just like, dude, I'm going to be really bummed out if we can't land this. And then I'm like, dude, what if I try backside flip? Well, that's probably not going to work. I'm not really confident on the backside flip right now. And then magically, just out of nowhere, I popped one. It popped perfectly, caught it with my feet, landed super stylish perfectly. The only thing I wish I would have changed, the framing of the camera just a little bit more so it would show just how chill my landing was. But man, skating this week was fantastic, dude. It really gets you in a great mood. Makes you wanna, makes you wanna keep going. Not in skating, I mean, but just everything. When everything's like falling into place, like, oh, Mario's coming, oh, food, oh, skating's been good, oh, the printer works, oh, the dog is happy, like, oh, he had a little rash next to his wiener, that's healing up fine. So all these little things are just like, oh man, everything's going great. I'm trying to get prepared for whatever's gonna fuck up my life in the next few days. Something terrible's gonna happen. I'm gonna get in a car crash or fucking lose my wallet. Something bad has to happen, but we're gonna hope that it doesn't. What else has been going on? Oh, so I was at the bar on Wednesday. That's my main like night to go out and drink on Wednesday, and then go out and drink on Friday. The rest of the days I don't really leave the house too much. But we're sitting at the bar, and there's this TV's on ESPN 8, which for a while I thought that was fake because in the movie Dodgeball they have ESPN the Ocho where they only show weird fringe sports. Turns out it's a real channel. So we turn it on, it's on that TV. I'm like, put it on this TV. It's it's pogo sticking people doing tricks. Like a contest, an outdoor pogo stick contest. I fancy myself a pretty proficient pogoer. I have a pogo stick in my trunk of my car, just in case anybody wants to pogo real quick. But it's an old one. I've had it since I was like 8 years old. It's not looking good. It's not a good quality pogo stick. But I seen these guys doing backflips, side flips. They're flipping the thing around. They got props. They're like grinding down shit. And it's just amazing. And I thought to myself, how can I learn how to do this? And then you look up the price of a pogo stick. It's ridiculously expensive because they're really well made. They got like hydraulics and shit. So I'm like, okay, I can't buy one. So I think, who would have a connection here? And I think, oh, light bulb goes off. Bing! Ryan Bracken. The dude from Andy Schrock's channel. Well, he has his own channel too. He does bottle flips and he rides a fucking unicycle and he does all these weird, just all this weird shit, beanbag games and mustache, flipping water bottle. He flips water bottles for a living. And I'm like, what? That's amazing. So I went on his Instagram. I said, hey, bro, you're the only one who I think would have a connection here. I need you to get sponsored by a Pogo company. And then I'm going to fly out to fucking Cincinnati and we're going to learn how to backflip together. That's my pitch. But he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So if anyone has Ryan Bracken, go on his Instagram on like the first video, look for my comment and put like, yeah, you should do this because there's strength in numbers. And Bracken, I know, is going to be down. Anyone who owns their own unicycle has to be down to Pogo. You got to be. Oh, also, the Pogo competition was so goofy too because like the Pogo stick guys, okay, first off, let me explain the crowd. There's a crowd of like 16 people. They set up all these bleachers. No one showed up to the Pogo tournament. No one. They got aerial cameras. Like, it's a whole production, but no fans. No one was interested in this free event. No, like, just all the dudes' parents. And these kids are doing backflips, and you can tell that they think they're so cool. When in reality, like, if it was at a big field, like, if next to them was like a football, like a flag football game, had a bigger crowd, and the people playing flag football aren't even celebrating as much as these guys, you gotta feel stupid. These guys are like landing their tricks and they're like, yeah, woo, I landed the backflip, woo, yeah, yeah. And like, you would think like the crowd's going wild, but they're not. It's just a bunch of people's parents on the phone, like, okay, I guess he won his fucking Pogo thing, I guess. Anyways, that could be me. I could pull it off. I have what it takes. I'm actually somewhat of a prodigy when it comes to backflipping feminine sports. I'm one of the best. Any sport that it's really like feminine looking that involves a backflip, I'm already a black belt. I start off as a professional. Basically, I'm already a pro. I guarantee you, soon as I feel that those dick-shaped handlebars in my hands, oh yeah, backflipping straight onto a dick. I can do it. I can pull it off. This sport was made for me. If you guys haven't seen my scooter videos, where I also took over the sport like by storm. I almost got a scooter sponsor. I met a guy that had like a handlebar company, and he was like, I was like, can those handlebars go onto this Razor scooter? And he's like, yeah, we can figure it out. I don't even know how to take the handlebars off. But when I get that sponsor, I'll be the guy. Anyways, that's all the topics I have for my life. I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about movies. Some of them you may have seen, some you haven't have seen. But if you guys are considering watching a new movie, I got a whole list of them for you. Comedy. There's kind of comedy, kind of serious movie called Central Intelligence. It's with The Rock and Kevin Hart. Kind of comedy, kind of serious. Kind of reminds me of like Ride Along, when Kevin Hart is playing a funny guy, but also it's kind of a serious role where funny things just happen to happen. Central Intelligence is where this guy works for like the CIA or FBI, and he's super good at hacking into computer programs. And then someone he knew a long time ago from high school meets him and tries to like get him to be a super badass hacker while they work on like each other's confidence. And it's called Central Intelligence. If you like The Rock or if you like Kevin Hart, I would suggest it. Like knowing what it is, like looking at it for what it is, let's say like Superbad's a 9 out of 10. I would give Central Intelligence a 7 out of 10, which is a great score. I also watched a movie called The Thing. There's an old movie called The Thing. I watched the newer version. I think it came out in the past 5 years. The Thing. It's about these people in Antarctica. They discover a alien ship, and then they find an alien. Oh no, they found an alien. So they find this alien, and they're trying to do these experiments on it. Turns out the alien can infect your body and turn you into an alien. So it's basically COVID all over again. And so these guys are all trying to figure out who's the alien, right? Because you don't know. Someone is it's like a parasite takes over your brain. And you're in this room. There's 10 people in the room. You know one of y'all is an alien, so they have to figure out which one is which. And there's a bunch of like shooting scenes, and then they burn the aliens, and then a bunch of like betrayals happen. This movie's mostly cool because of the visual effects, right? The alien, it's basically just a big monster made out of teeth and blood and like vines. So they do all the CGI. It looks fucking wild. It's kind of gory. I wouldn't suggest it for like a kid, but if you like if you like a movie like of scary space monsters eating people, I would say definitely watch The Thing. And I would also give it a 7 out of 10. The next movie I watched is called American Hustler with Bradley Cooper. This is a movie where this guy in the FBI tries to catch these like money launderers, and they're both trying to like play each other, right? They're both trying to trick each other into believing who they are, right? Oh, like, oh, are you really the FBI guy, or are you like a double crosser? Oh, are you really from France, or do you really have a bunch of money, or are you a trickster? And they go through all these different things trying to figure out who's who, and then they try to catch people money laundering, and it's kind of a long movie from what I remember, but a good movie. If you like Bradley Cooper, he kind of I mostly remember him from Limitless. A lot of you guys remember him from The Hangover. The first movie I remember with him that I liked was Limitless, and then he was also in I think Sniper, American Sniper. I think I liked him in that movie as well. Anyways, American Hustler also gets a 7 out of 10. Worth watching if you like that type of shit. Finally, the last movie I watched this week, which I had seen before, but I didn't remember it. I haven't seen it from beginning to end in a long time. Red Dragon. Red Dragon is the prequel to Silence of the Lambs, although it came out after. So Silence of the Lambs comes out, and then many years later, Red Dragon comes out, but the history, it places that movie first. So it's about a serial killer who's going crazy, and this guy works for the FBI, and he's trying to figure out who's the serial killer, like how is he doing it, why is he doing it, and then he has to get Hannibal Lecter, the crazy man. He's got to get the crazy man's help, and then the crazy man figures out who the serial killer is, and they start exchanging secret information, and everyone's being secrety, and then there's like a twist, a bunch of twists happen, and it's just a really creepy movie, right? It's supposed to be like a thriller and scary and also creepy. It's one of those movies where whenever the bad guy comes on screen, you go, oh, that's a scary boy. That's a creepy boy. So again, sort of like a mystery thriller for Red Dragon. I would give that movie, I would give it a 7.5. Yeah, maybe even an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I didn't find anything wrong with it. The acting was great. Edward Norton's in it, and the guy that plays Hannibal, I can't think of his fucking name right now. They're all great actors. He's always got that weird, like, the Hannibal guy's got that weird inflection. Oh, yeah, you think you know me? Oh, okay. That was a terrible impression, but yeah, you know. Do you sleep at night? Do you sleep? Do you sleep at night? I would like dinner and a show, please. Scary guy. Anthony Hopkins. Thank you, guys. Anthony Hopkins. Scary guy, great actor. Anyways, so yeah, highly recommend all those movies, and I can't wait until Monday to watch the Mario movie. Anyways, that's all I got for the podcast. What do we make it to? About 35 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. I think whenever I say not bad, I think there's a scene in Homeward Bound where the cat gets dropped into like a waterfall, and then the cat washes up on the shore, and there's like a guy like bird watching, and he's like, oh, I found a bird. He's like looking at a bird. He's like, look at that bird. And he goes, not bad. Not bad at all. Motherfucker, you just looked at a bird. Why do I remember that? How do I have that memory about a bird scene in Homeward Bound? I don't know. Anyways, can I get a oh, hell yeah from you guys in the chat? I appreciate you guys all for hanging out. I'm going to shout out everybody's name. But first, let me remind you, if you missed the first half of the podcast, you can always watch the repeat on YouTube, on iTunes, on Podbean, on Spotify, on the podcast app. You can always watch it. It comes out on Sunday. It comes out on Sunday because maybe you want to listen to the podcast on your drive to work or on your bus ride to work. Or maybe you just want to listen to it when you're sitting soaking in the bathtub. You got some Epsom salt, candles going, and you want to just listen to my voice and rub the soap all over your body. And rub the marinara sauce all over your body. Shout out to Day Day, Bruce Wayne, Dick Splash, Infamy, iBook Boy, Keith Skates. That's the only hell yes we're gonna get here. And Lyric B and Day Day. And the hairs on my legs were blonde. And the kids would rub my legs. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for being here. Special thank you to iBook Boy. Special thanks to iBook Boy for donating $10. The rest of you should be ashamed. I need money. I need more allowance. I would love for you guys to send more money. If you can't send money, that's fine. Maybe you don't have any money. Times are tough, right? Eggs cost $50 per egg. I bought chicken the other day. Oh, God. I had to get a loan from the bank to buy some chicken thighs. Prices, not looking good. Probably because the guy whose hair's on his leg is blonde. Anyways, what the fuck was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to continue streaming, but as far as the podcast, this is the end. As I always say, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. It's me, some weird skinny guy backflipping a pogo stick. I'm Gabe Hauser.